Hello students, welcome to Saraswat International Academy. This is the fifth video of Standard 9 Mathematics and chapter number 1 Number System. In this video, we will discuss exercise 1.3. So, let's start the session. Now, exercise 1.3. The first question is write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. So we have to write the decimal form and the decimal expansion type. So first question is it is 36 divided by 100. So we know how we can write this. It can be written as 0.36. So which kind of decimal expansion it is? It is terminating decimal expansion. So my answer will be terminating. Now the second question is 1 by 11. So we cannot directly say about anything about the decimal type. So first of all we have to apply the division form. So let's divide 1 by 11. So I am writing 11 and I am dividing 1 by 11. So first we cannot directly divide 1 by 11. So first of all we have to multiply by it. So in division form we can write 0 point. So it will become 10. But again 10 is not divisible by 11. So again we have to put 1 0 in the place. Therefore it will become 100. Now 100 can be divisible by 11. So nearest number will be, so I am multiplying by it by 9. So I will become 99. So now what will be the remainder? Again remainder will be 1. Now again 0 can be taken carry forwarded for the number, but again it will become 10. So we have to again put 1 0 in the place, and that's why it will become, again will become 100. Again we can take 11 into 9, which will become 99. So again remainder will be 1. So this process will be go up to infinite time. So what we can say about it is that 1 by 11 can be written as 0.090909 up to infinite, or 0.09 by. And so which kind of decimal expansion it is? It is non-terminating recurring decimal expansion, because the decimals are going to infinite time, but 09 it's a repeating form, so it is denoted by non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Now for the next question is third one, 4 and a 1 by 8. So first of all it's a mixed fraction type. So first of all we have to convert it into fraction. So you know how to we can convert it. It will become 33 divided by 8. So now we have to divide it by 33 by 8. So let's perform the division form. So I am dividing 33 by 8. So first number it will become 4. So 8 4s are, we can say it is 32. So after subtraction I will get my remainder is 1. Now again taking 0 as a, now we have to put the point because we don't have any digit from 33. So we are putting one point, so we can carry forward 1 0 from it. So now it will become 10. Now 10 we can multiply the number by 8, by a number with 8, and we can get a number nearest to 10. So I will multiply by 8 1. So now it will become 8 1s are 8. So again my remainder will become 2. Now again taking 0 as a carry forward I will get 20. So now nearest number to the 20 is 8 into 2, which will become 16. So now again I have a carry forward, it is 4. So again we are taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 40, and we know exact factor of 40 in multiple of it is 8 into 5, which will become 40. So here my remainder is 0. So what we can say, that 4 and 1 by 8 will become 4.125. It will become, again we can say it is a non-terminating decimal expansion. Now the next one, question number 4. Question number 4 is 3 and 3 by 13. So again we have to perform the division. So I am dividing 3 by 30. So again we know we cannot directly multiple get a number which is multiple of 30. So first of all we have to point 0 point. So it will become 30. Now I have to multiply 13 with 2. So it will become 26. So my remainder will become 4. Now next, again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 40. Again nearest number to 40 is 13 threes are, which will become 39. Again 1 will be my carry forward. Again performing division will become 10. Now again we know we cannot divide 10 by 13. So we have to put 0 in the place and we will get 100. So now 100 can be divisible by 13. So I will multiply 13 into 7, which will become 91. So now my remainder will be 9. Next we have to carry forward 10 more. So it will become 90. So next number will be 13 into 6, which will become 78. So now my remainder will become 12. Now next number it will be, again we have to carry forward 10. So it will become 120. Now next number will be 13 into 9, which can be written as 117. So again I will get my remainder as 3. So here again the process will be start because we have got the remainder 3 in a first step also. So that's why again it will become 30. So the process will be go up to infinite times. So this will again go to infinite times. So what we can say about it? Okay, that 3 by 13 can be written as 0.230769230769 up to infinite time, or 3 by 13 can be written as 0.230769 bar. So again the decimal expansion will be non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Now second question of the exercise. Second question is, you know that 1 by 7 is equals to 0.142857 bar. Can you predict what will be the decimal expansion of 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7 and 6 by 7 are without actually doing the long division method? If so, how? So we have to find the decimal expansion and we have to predict the decimal expansion. So you know that the 1 by 7 has a terminating, non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. So 2 by 7 can be written as 2 into 1 by 7, 3 by 7 can be written as 3 into 1 by 7. Similarly 4 by 7, 5 by 7 and 6 by 7 can be written as. So you can say here that all the P by Q format rational number has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. So now how we can find it? So for the solution, I have 1 by 7 equals to 0.142857. So if we have to find 2 by 7, it can be written as 2 into 1 by 7. So I have just multiply the number by 2. So I will get 0.285714 bar. I have just multiplied the 1 by 7 value with 2. Similarly, if we have to find 3 by 7, it will become 3 into 1 by 7, which will be 0.428571. Next 4 by 7, so it can be written as 4 into 1 by 7, which will become 0.571428 bar. Similarly 5 by 7 can be written as 5 into 1 by 7, which will become 0.714285. Next 6 by 7 can be written as 6 into 1 by 7 equals to 0.857142 bar. So just you have to multiply the repeating decimal expansion with that number and you will get the answer. So the all decimal expansion will be non-terminating recurring. Now the moving towards the next question. The third question is express the following in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0. Now what we have the decimal expansion and we have to convert it into P by Q form. We have shown the example in the previous video, so we have to just follow the process. So my first question is we have to represent 0.6 bar into P by Q form. So again we know the method. Assume let x is equals to 0.666 up to infinite times. Now what we have to do, multiply by 10 on both sides because one digit is repeating, that's why. So 10x will become 6.666 up to infinite times. Now we have to break the 6.666 into two parts such that 1x should be there. So I can write 10x is equals to 6 plus 0.666 up to infinite times. So it will become 10x equals to 6 plus x. Now taking x towards left hand side, I will get 9x equals to 6. Therefore I can say x equals to 6 by 9, or after simplification I will get it is 2 by 3. Now the other two questions you have to do as your homework. You know how to solve it. So 0.6 bar, the answer is 2 by 3. Now the next two question will be, the second question is 0.47 bar and the third question is 0.001 bar. So these two questions I am preferring you to do it by yourself. You have already shown the example and this question will be helpful to solve this kind of question. So these two questions will be your homework. Now we have to move towards next question. The fourth question is express 0.99999 in the form of P by Q. Are you surprised by your answer? With your teacher and classmates, discuss why the answer makes sense. So this is one kind of activity question. You have to find the P by Q format of 0.999 and you will surprised by the answer. So first we will find the P by Q form. So for that we have assumed let x equals to 0.9999 bar. Again we have to multiply by 10 on both sides. So I will get 10x equals to 9.9999. Again 10x can be written as 9 plus 0.9999. So 10x will become 9 plus x. So 9x equals to 9. So now you will surprise that x is equals to 1. So it is a P by Q form, but you have not seen the P by Q form. Why it is happening? The discussion is that 0.9999 is very nearest to 1. So whenever we are finding the decimal expansion, we have find the nearest value of the function. So that's why we will get x is equals to 1, which is not actually the P by Q form, but it is a rational number. So we can say it is a P. It can be written as P by Q form. So now moving towards the next question. So now my final answer is 0.9 bar can be written as 1. The next question is, the question number 5 is, what can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 70? Perform the division to check your answer. So we have to find the decimal expansion of 1 by 17. This is very long decimal expansion, so you have to see it very carefully. So first of all we are performing, we have to divide 1 by 17. So again you know we have to put 0 point, so then I will get 10, but again we cannot divide it by 17. So now what will we do? Now what will we do? Again put the 0 in a quotient form, so I will get 100. Now 100 can be divisible by 17, so I can multiply by any number. So first number will be 17 into 5, which will become 85. So my remainder will be 15. Now again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 150. So second number I have to multiply it by 17, it is 8. So it will become 136. So now my remainder will be 14. Now taking 0 as a carry forward, again it will become 140. Again I can multiply it by 9, 8. So I will get again 136. Now my remainder will be 4. Now again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 40. So my next number will be 2, which will become 34. So my remainder will be 6. Again take carry forwarding 0, it will become 16. Now my decimal expansion is still going on, so I am doing in a side by side. So again my remainder is 60. So I am doing the division method in side by side form. So now next number we have to multiply by 17. It will be 3. So it will become 51. So now my remainder will be 9. Now again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 90. Now again number will be 5. So 7 5 17 5 is 85. So now what will get is the remainder? Remainder is 5. Again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 50. Next number you have to multiply by 17 is 2. So I will get 34. So again I will get my remainder is 16. Again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 160. Now again moving for the next. Now my remainder is 160. Now next number we have to multiply by 17. It is 9. So I will get 153. So now in this case my remainder is 7. Now again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 70. Now the next number we have to multiply by 17, it is 4. So it will become 68. So now my remainder is 2. Again carry forwarding 0, I will get 20. So next number it is 1. So it will become 17. Again taking 3 as a carry forward, I will get 30. Again we have to multiply 17 by 1. So I will get again 17. So in this case my remainder will be 13. Again putting 1 0, I will get my remainder as 130. So we have to divide the new remainder is 130. So next number we have to multiply by 17. It is 7. So I will get 119. So in this case my remainder will be 11. Again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 110. Next number it is 6. So I will get 102. In this case my remainder will be 8. Again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get 80. So next number we have to multiply by 17. It is 4 za. So again it will become 68. So in this case my remainder will be 12. Again taking 0 as a carry forward, I will get my answer is 120. The next number we have to multiply by 17. It is 5. So I will get 105. So in this case my remainder will be 50. So we have started the remainder portion whenever from we are starting. So this process again will go to the infinite steps. So you can say that 1 by 17 can be written as 0.0588235294117645 bar. We have to write whole bar on these digits. So how many digits are there? We have to counting it also. So we can count. There are how many digits are there? It is count, you can count it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16 digits. So you can count here, it is a 16 digit number are in a block which are repeating. What is the answer? Now moving towards the next question. The next question is sixth one. Look at the several example of a rational number in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0, where p and q are in integers with the no common factors other than 1 and having terminating decimal expansion. So what we have to do? We have to write some examples where p and q have the number is a rational number in a p by q form with integers type with no common factors and the terminating decimal expression. And after that, you have to say what you can guess about the property of Q must satisfy. So for that, I am taking first example. So for the examples, I am taking the first example is 3 by 8. Its decimal expansion can be written as 0.375 by division method. So you have seen it is become 3 by 7. Now what we observed about Q? So Q can be written the P by Q form. You can write 3 by 8 can be done as 3 divided by 2 to the power 3 as for 8. So this is my first example. Now second example, it is 13 by 125. Its decimal expansion will become 0.01104. Again it is a terminating decimal expansion by long division method. Now again you have seen what you can say about the denominator. So 13 by 125 can be written as 13 divided by 5 to the power 3. Now again taking one more example, the third one, that 7 by 80. Now 7 by 80 has a decimal expansion 0.0875. Again it is a terminating, but 7 by 80 can be written as 7 divided by 16 into 5, and we know the 16 can be written as 2 e to the power 4. So it can be written as 2 to the power 4. So you have observed the denominator of these three cases. In the first case, you have seen the denominator in a form of 2 to the power n, 2 to the power a positive integer number. In the second example, you have seen it is a 5 to the power any positive integer number. And the third case, both 2 and 5 have with positive integer number. So you have to check that whenever prime factors factorization of Q is in a form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n or both. So prime factorization of Q will be in this form. So where you can say P, N and M are non-negative integer numbers. So it can be 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. So just you have to remember, if your denominator has a number with a part, only of the terms 2 to the power m or 5 to the power n or 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m. So that rational number has terminating decimal expansion. Now moving towards the next question. The next question 7.1. Write three numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. So we have to write the three irrational numbers whose decimal non-terminating and non-recurring. So we can write any numbers, but you have to know the pattern. It is non-terminating and non-recurring. So I can write my first number is 0.0100100001000001 up to infinite. This is my first number. Similarly, I can write 0.20200002 4 times 02 up to infinite. And similarly, third number can be written as 0.003003 4 times 03 up to infinite. So these three numbers has non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. Now the next one, its question, find three different irrational numbers between the rational numbers 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. So what we have to find, the decimal expansion of 5 by 7 and the 9 by 11. Again we have the rational numbers, so we know its decimal expansion will be non-terminating, recurring. So if I am doing the long division for 5 by 7, I will get my answer is 0.714285 bar. That will be my answer. And if I am doing 9 by 11, then I will get it is 0.81 bar. So we have to write those numbers which is greater than 71, 0.71 and smaller than 0.81. So the first number can be written as 0.7507500 75000 up to infinite, or you can say it is 0.7670767700 767 up to infinite, or you can say it is 0.80880080008 4 times 08. So, or you can say it is 0.79654321875797 up to infinite. So you can write any number, but it should be greater than 0.71 and should be 0.72 actually. It will be 0.72 and smaller than 0.81. So you got the answer. Now the next question is the ninth question. Classify the following numbers as the rational or irrational. This is the last question of your exercise. So you have to remember, categorize the given number in a terms of a rational or irrational. Sometimes you have to simplify the question first, and then you have to categorize it. Either it is a rational or irrational. So my first number is root 23. So again, there is no factor of root 23. It is a prime number. So again, we know the under root of any prime number will be the irrational number. So I know this number is irrational number. Now the second question is root 225. Now we can simplify 225. Now 225 can be written as under root of 15 whole square. Now 210 square will be cancelled out. So my final answer is 15. Now 15 is a integer type number. So we can say again it is a rational number. So the second answer, it is a rational number. Now next, the third one is 0.3796. Now which kind of decimal expansion it is? Decimal expansion is terminating. So we know if the decimal expansion is terminating, it is a rational number. So it is a rational number. Now the fourth question, 7.478478 up to infinite. So again, which kind of decimal expansion it is? The non-terminating and recurring decimal expansion. So again, we know if the decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring, it is a rational number. So this number is also a rational number. And the next one, fifth one, that 1.10100100 4 times 1 up to infinite. So it is a non-terminating and non-repeating. No pattern is repeating that 010101 or 100. So that's why we can say the decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-recurring. So which kind of decimal expansion? It is non-terminating, non-recurring. So again we know it is a irrational number. So this is the last question of your exercise. In next video we will discuss more topics about the number system. Thank you.